rights, which I don't agree with, right? Because to
I have
me,
no idea what
you
you're
need to
saying.
demonstrate.
Wait, I don't think he's
You
saying
seem to
race
be
I'm not
you seem
exists
to
with
be
like
like
an empirical. I don't think he's saying that race exists with like an empirical justification.
I mean, they come as a corollary from like three philosophical branches, but I'm not really tracking. Or like, I thought we were talking about whether rights are moral. So like, first you said our conception of rights are blurry. Our conception of rights are pretty simple. That man, virtue of the fact of what he is, has a right to like be free, and freedom includes like the right to associate with who you want, right? So
well, okay,
the
but
purpose
again, you're talking about a legal document, right? When you're talking about the CRA, you're talking about a legal document. So,
so all right,
unless you're saying that moral rights should be like implemented exactly into legal rights,
that was the
which
second
seems to
thing.
be what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
individual rights are like the guiding principle, or I say guiding principle. I'll say guiding. They're like the guiding, guiding principle for how politics should be conducted. Yeah.
Okay, then that's going to be the fundamental. I think the fundamental confusion, because if you think that the only laws that should be passed are ones that are respective to
Conducive
like,
to right.
conducive to rights,
In
right?
an
That
ideal
then
society.
adding any additional laws on there would be like oppressive or something like that. Then that's gonna be like the
In an
fundamental
ideal,
disagreement there.
What
so
the
we have
hell?
rights in a society compatible.
Dude,
We have rights in
What is happening?
a society compatible with.
I
So
want to
a
hear your
society.
opinions on this.
I will give my opinion on it. My
Oh.
society on.
I bet.
I didn't tell you what my opinion was, Bumba. Relax.
You gotta be careful.
So I would say that rights, in an ideal society, of course, rights are like the moral basis, right? But I think asking the question, how do we arrive at an ideal society, doesn't like, that's like a completely different question. Like, it's really easy to be like, here's the ideal, right? And like, I think that's what that's what you're thinking. All I'm doing, right? But we're not just saying this. We're not just saying that this is the ideal, right? We're saying this ideal, and here's how we achieve it. And so, like in an ideal society, something may not be permissible. But like pragmatically, you might have to prioritize certain issues over other issues.
But here's the issue. The fundamental issue that I'm talking about here is that you seem to be engaging in this ideal, which is entirely counterfactual to reality, right? Because we witness historically the way people interact with certain like legal principles that are applied, and the way people like approach certain like moral rights, and we see that hey, even the idea of rights or even the application of like fundamental legal principles aren't enough in order to meet our moral ends. That's like a historical analysis we have that I think is water fucking tight, right? So that's why in general societies there's expansion of laws in order to deal with problems, because that's fundamentally what a government does ideally, right? Is we gather a collective in order to implement laws that solve problems in society. So you seem to be very divorced from reality at this point when you're coming up with this idea.
I feel like we're just going in circles. That like critically
just
is repeating the same point that Liam is like divorced from reality over and over again, just using a bunch of words to explain it.
I'm still very, very much so confused as to what's going on.
Here, watch. Bumba. Let's talk about your new point, because I like your new point. So when we say white privilege, I interpret white privilege just mean like what, like virtue of the fact that you have some inherent characteristics, you may have some like advantage on the socioeconomic ladder.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's not.
You'd agree.
That deny its existence. I'm not saying that it does exist. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I agree. It exists. It's like pretty empirically documented.
Yeah, that's literally the definition of it. Yeah.
I think it's like pretty empirically documented. Like specifically as a let's tie this back into libertarianism. As a libertarian, right? The criminal justice system is shit. It is so biased. It's so non-objective. It's the most like unjust thing. Like
true.
It's like well empirically documented fact, like racial discrimination in the criminal justice system. It's like a really well documented thing. Not only in terms of that, also like in terms of like socioeconomic ladder and how
people. But I'd be glad Alex Debates isn't here, Liam.
Shut
the fuck
you
on that.
And then, so in terms of like the socioeconomic ladder, right? Like wealth is typically like accumulated, right? That's one of the neat things about like capitalism. But one of the not neat things about capitalism is that it wasn't always capitalist, right? We had slavery as a mode of production, as distinct to like being free. So transitioning from like slavery to capitalism, we're gonna have some privileges which are given virtue of the fact that, oh shit, you used to be a slave owner, and one race or one class got like a jump start on the socioeconomic ladder compared to like other people. So like it makes pretty good sense as to why they would why one would be privileged compared to the other.
All right, someone send this live.
Sure, but a lot of those biases like persist until this day, and a lot of the jump start that was created.
That was the point I was making critically. That was the point I made. I disagree.
I'm just saying a lot of people have like a traditionally historical analysis where they only focus on like the disparity created because of like those historical factors, but those also like persist and like create like racial bias today, right? So it's not just like a lot of people try to make the argument that it only existed in the past, but now those systems are no longer really in place. So we just need to work our way out of these like disparities naturally. Whereas no, I would disagree with that point. I don't think it just would happen naturally. I think it takes intentional cultivation of like fixing those problems.
Yeah. I mean, like we can talk about like the philosophical undertones of like racism and how to cure racism, right? But that's pretty boring.
Cure racism, hell yeah.
Let's talk about
cure the philosophical undertones of racism. Mm-hmm. Okay. Racism at its fundamental is the like most primitive and evil form of collectivism, which is the idea that you shouldn't treat individuals as individuals. So when we're talking about collectivism in this case, right? Racism. Why are you laughing, Josh? Racism is actually I'm not like the best. I might get Cudweed here to explain this because Cudweed loves this shit. He's like a nerd for this, and he's a person of color, so he probably has more authority to speak on it than me. But yeah. So I would say like racism, like most form of evils, is collectivism. If it's the failure to recognize that individuals are people, they're not like they're or like individuals, right? It's not that they're like a group of people, right? It's not like it's they like are assigned to like a certain group, right? I don't think that they have like innate like qualities virtue of the fact that people who look like them did certain things or act a certain way, right? They're individuals. So I think like racism is just the misidentification of the fact that man is man and man is an independent entity. He's the unit of social standard. So yeah, racism, collectivism.
Is like question. This is like a really.
That's one way to categorize it. It's.
What were you saying?
I hope I don't get canceled for this question, but is there like a philosophical like reasoning as to why racism exists within like it's not just humans as well. I mean, it can also be classified within like identified within, like nature as well. Do you know why that is, or like is there like a philosophical reasoning?
I don't really know about nature, but like the objectivist analysis of
in terms of like sorry, I hate cutting people off.
But, like,
Sorry. No, there was a.
No, go for it. I think I'm delayed or something.
I don't know what you mean about nature. I don't know.
No, there was a study done on rats, right? Where they had like two separate groups of rats, an all black group of rats and an all white group of rats, right? They were raised separately. When they placed a black rat in the white rat's cage, they like ostracized the black rat, right?
Oh. Yeah, it's because like there's a psychological like aversion to things you're not used to, right? It's the same reason.
Yeah.
Have you heard of like the uncanny valley? Like how people have like an aversion to like things that somewhat look human.
That's a little distinct.
I
would say.
I think it's more simply because it's just simple in-group out-group dynamics, and that occurs because of a variety of reasons for like phenotypic or behavioral or a variety of other things. But I think we need to actually understand racism better, because racism, at least the way it's talked nowadays, is not just simply looking at someone's.
I don't think it's
like
just one issue. I'm just saying this is a part
of it.
I think it's important.
About, like the legal framework, but
wait, do you disagree that this?
Sure, but I think when we talk about racism, we're talking about the unique. We're talking about it uniquely to the past 500 years, because the current like racial project we have is very distinct and very powerful.
That is the last 500 years. It's the failure to recognize the fact that man is man and man is an individual. That's the fact.
But that's happened since the beginning of time. The unique element of racism is different because it's a specific racial project built around these arbitrary lines that we created specifically because of European colonial expansion, right? So it's a newer project within human history.
Wait, but
my
reasoning I gave up, right, is more like valid in regards to like her example with rats she brought up.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm bringing like a more psychological reason as opposed to like a sociological one.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to apply this to like different species as well.
I was gonna say, like, in terms like intellectually, like the philosophical undertones of racism and systems that have perpetuated like racism, right? Either explicit or implicit, right? I would say the fundamental undertone of all of the systems is just philosophically being collectivist. So I mean, like, and then like translating that into like legal frameworks, it would translate into like a form of altruism. So we can take like slavery, for example, right? Obviously, we understand racism as a concept as collectivist, right? It's the idea that you shouldn't treat people as individuals. But the system, like the political system of slavery, is the idea that people should sacrifice their values to like the greater good, whether the greater good is like white people or whether the greater good is like rich people, whatever, right? It's the idea that people should sacrifice their lives to other people, and it was enforced legally. So racism, I guess, like racism obviously has an essence in the fact that like the collectivism is predicated off of the quality of race, right? But philosophically, it's just the idea that, oh shit, we're not recognizing these people as individuals, and as a further step, we're not even going to recognize them as like men. And then translating that into people, like the fact that because they're not men or because of this quality, they should sacrifice themselves. Yeah, it's just collectivist racism.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird way to frame it. I find it to be very weird. I mean, it's just an extension of us acting as a social species, which of course you can call collectivism, but that's simply like a fundamental element of the way like animal species act.
I have no issue with social collaboration, right? Like that's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying collectivism is like when you cooperate, right? Like, I don't think that's the case. I mean collectivism in the sense that like in terms of, I guess, like it's almost like metaphysical in a way, like the unit of like the unit of a society is an individual. I don't think it's like a collective. So when we like stop treating people as individuals, we start treating them as the unit of society, then we're like completely fine with like disregarding them as what they are as individuals.
Well, hold on, but again, this is still to me like a not exactly appropriate understanding. You can apply it in some circumstances, right? Like I would say this idea works very well when it comes to, interestingly enough, our capitalist system, in the sense that in general, while individualism, there's this aesthetic of individualism, the priority ultimately is contributing towards the economic collective through this I would say this weakly individualistic facade, right? But when it comes to something like racism, it's not simply like the collective being like prioritized over the individual. There's an element of dehumanization in there as well. So it's not just that you are an individual and we are going to like contribute you to the collective. It's that there's intentional like dehumanization because of these phenotypic differences, or I should say because of like economic desires. There was the intention to dehumanize in order to exploit. So it was less about like factoring like this philosophical like dialectic. It was I feel like it's more just people going out trying to accomplish their personal desires as like a certain group, and they're willing to like dehumanize other people.
Wait, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong. Is he just restating exactly what I said with like different jargon? Or am I tripping?
Why are you guys being so mean to each other?
I'm not sure. Wait, this isn't me being mean. I can be way more mean.
And treating like man as less than an individual in itself would be an act of like dehumanization.
Yeah, like that's what we were pointing. Like treating people at like, watch, if men are men and men are individuals, treating somebody as not an individual is dehumanization in motive, right? Like if I'm denying the fact that men are men and men are individuals, then yeah, of course I'm dehumanizing them. We agree. Dehumanization is collectivism. I agree.
No, I mean, I think it's important to like distinguish them, and so you don't label, because otherwise, labeling any element of exploitation at all or anything like that would just become collectivist, right? But no, I would say fundamentally, like understanding the difference between like dehumanization in order to exclude an individual, and then like including individuals, yet subjecting those individuals to collective will are two different things. They occur uniquely, right? And depending on the political system, they're iterated differently. So I just don't get why you're trying to lay this out in this very broad sense.
Yeah, because both concepts are the expression of the same evasion of the sorry, I'll explain that in a more coherent way because that's kind of stupid, right? Both concepts are expressions of the same evasion of the fact that man is an individual. That's what they both are. They're both expressions of evading the fact that man is an individual. One, by disregarding his identity as an individual, and two, as a corollary of not treating him as an individual, treating him as if he does not have rights. It's the same thing.
I would say again, like to me, it's important to distinguish like in group and out group from maintaining control of a group. Do you see what I mean there? I'm saying it purely from like a lens standpoint that if you like group them together, you're not going to be able to understand the way the two like act differently in the world.
There's the heart.
Josh, that's you, bro.
What's up?
Josh, it's you. Yo, yeah, turn on your camera, buddy. Turn on your camera, buddy.
What's going on, bro? I'm on.
She's
FIFA.
coercing you, bro. Racism and metaphysics.
Finish the heart.
Dude, I've only read the like. This is like the first time I've argued like the interpretation of like racism. I made it. Oh, that's so based. Anyway, Aisha, do you agree with me?
Fine. You know what? What'd you call me?
Aisha? Is that how you say it?
Asia.
Asia. Oh, I know a girl named Aisha. That's why I said that.
Oh, wait, you gotta do it now.
How do you fucking do this shit? How do you do it? It was like that? I was tripping? How?
Asia is Asia.
How do you not? There we go.
Where's the camera? Oh, whoa. There we go.
There we go.
Wait, hold on. Now we gotta do. Wait, how do I move this? Fuck.
Wait, so Bumba, do you agree with my interpretation of racism?
Yeah.
Based you? Oh my goodness.
Based.
I'm happy that you don't misidentify the facts of
privilege exist? Question mark.
No.
There we go. Even broader.
No, doesn't exist, buddy.
Privilege exists.
It doesn't even say exist. Say privilege exist.
Privilege exist?
I disagree.
Come on.
Wait, so
are you trying to get me to turn on my camera? Oh my god, I cannot. It's too dark in here. You're not gonna be able to see anything.
Wait, Josh, you understand that the argument I just made? Like, I've only read the lexicon on racism. I've never like had a discussion about it before.
Bruh, this is.
I actually really like the objectivist interpretation of racism.
Oh wait, we got this.
I don't like Rand. Rand's kind of cringe.
But yeah, do you agree with my interpretation of racism from Rand, though, right?
Oh, perfect.
Ding.
Like, Josh, did you disagree with Rand's interpretation of?
There we go.
No, I agree.
Based you. I'm happy that I convinced people to agree with Ayn Rand. So based.
I don't agree with much of Ayn Rand, though, Liam, so.
Who wants to see a trick?
Thank you, Josh.
Wait, Bumba, what are your thoughts on white privilege?
What are my thoughts on white privilege? I think it exists.
Wait, explain how white people are poor.
I'm sorry?
Explain how white people are poor.
Wait, explain how white...
Have you seen a poor white person?
Wait, prove that white people...
That means that white privilege does not exist.
Wait, explain to me how there's white people that are homeless, but there's black people with like millions of dollars.
That's not how privilege works.
Yeah, explain LeBron James or Obama.
No, that's not how privilege works. Privilege is more of like it's on a systematic way, not like an individual,
Wait,
privilege, right?
That's based.
Anyone...
Wait, Bumba, that's based. That's actually true. I actually agree. I'm being unironic. I agree with you. I normally sound satire and I sound like super mean, but I'm actually agreeing with you right now.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's true. Yeah. People.
Wait, I didn't even hear what she said because your enthusiasm. Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
She said racism's occurring at a systematic level, not an individual level.
Oh yeah. That's the more sociological look at racism. Yeah.
Oh, based, dude.
But
Holy
yeah,
shit,
so like
so big.
my opinion to it is more of like in terms of like an individual thing. Anyone can have some sort of privilege, right? That's why like with the whole LeBron James is rich. There could be like poor white people who are homeless, right? That's like more of like an individual thing. But like
no, end of story. Look at the
no end of story.
Damn.
You know what's so funny?
Came with the confidence.
He ended the story. He said no. Wait, no. Look, okay. Can we appreciate Risen Cake's English, bro? No period. End of story. Period.
Bro,
he capitalized the beginning of the sentence.
It's punctuation, but
Yeah, that's true.
What I was saying is that in terms of like systematically, either way, like for example, I'm gonna get discriminated against for the color of my skin. Simply not actually, I don't really get discriminated against for the color of my skin. It's more of my religion and my ethnic background, right? Because I'm half Arab, half South Asian, and also for my name as well. So in terms of like, for example, like when my cousin, her name is Sarah, right? My name is Asiya. So when we both apply to the same job, what?
The chat is spitting right now. Spitting facts.
In terms of like, so if for like hypothetically speaking, if her and I were to apply to the same job and we have the same exact qualifications, right? We're both okay. We're both like whatchamacallit. We both apply to the same job, same qualifications, everything, same background. But and you know we like whatever. Odds are she's more likely to hear back from that job than I am, because one, her name is easier to pronounce than my name, even though I only have 5 letters, and then I don't know, and things like that, because her name is Sarah, and Sarah is inherently like
Evan Samuels.
American.
Yes, as I should. White privilege doesn't exist, and you are not a high-valued woman.
My argument here is literally just prove that white people exist.
What?
Wait. Where are my AirPods in? Oh, I better not. No.
We can't exactly. You're muffled or something.
I fixed it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't believe white privilege exists, and I don't think that you're a high-value female.
Wait, what does that second part even mean?
What does that mean?
A high-value woman.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It just means that you're like
Kevin Samuels, bro. Just watch Kevin Samuels.
Right. Kevin Samuels.
Is that? That's Kevin Samuels in your profile pic. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Bro, Andrew Tate is Kevin Samuels' reincarnation.
I'm crying. That's so funny.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm being unironic.
Okay. Yikes. I don't know. What's the?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, awkward.
Did Liam get canceled? Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird to say shit with a lot of confidence without having much to back it up, but all right. It's Pat. What's up, Pat?
I was so confused. Even if you are being unironic, jeez,
No,
Louise.
I'm sorry.
How do I respond to something like that?
I'm actually and I'm a black liberator.
I love white people because I don't have to live in Africa. What does that mean?
Are you?
No, that's.
Are you LARPing right now?
Yeah, I'm in my LARPing.
Oh, okay, good. You scared me for a second. I thought I recognized your name, but I'm like, wait, this isn't the person that I remember.
Yeah, my LARPing.
Bro, you gave me a fucking heart attack.
I don't.
The high value female thing got me.
What'd you say, host? One more time.
The high value female thing got me, because ain't no way.
Thank you. I've been studying, watched a couple Kevin Samuels videos.
I feel like I am.
No, the worrying thing is how like satire mimics reality too much there. So I would have fully believed you, honestly.
My job here.
That's the scary thing.
Mic drop. No, that's awesome.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
That was really funny. That was hilarious.
I feel like I'm a high value man, though.
You think you're a high value man?
Yeah.
How can we determine that if you won't even show
your
face?
I can show your DMs to me. I'm just kidding.
Damn, you exposing? Hey, it's Hazel.
Hi.
What's up, Hazel?
Hi.
Oh, not much really. How are you guys doing?
Amazing.
Chilling.
Mid.
TikTok is finally,
Mid.
Yeah. So you've changed the topic. Does white privilege exist? But do you believe it exists, or do you not?
Oh, I do.
You do believe it exists. What about you, critically, and Josh?
Yeah, I feel like you have to have a certain level of I don't know, ignorance, a pretty high level to like not believe.
Mm.
What about you, Josh? What do you think?
Yeah.
What about you,
the
Josh?
fact.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, is that a pressured I agree?
No, I'm just multitasking right now.
It's gonna turn into a 3v1 real quick.
3v1, why?
Hey, Josh.
Disagreed.
Better back up your shit.
Nah, I disagree that white people exist.
Oh God, I debated on the fly again today.
Wait, Warren, that
I saw.
Why do you keep doing that? That's like masochistic. I feel like that's a problem.
He follows me everywhere I fucking
Yo,
go.
critically, I got a question for you. Without appealing to presuppositions, prove that white people exist. That's going to be our discussion.
Wait, with that. Wait.
Sorry, I choked.
Without appealing to any presuppositions, then you can't. Wait, you can't suppose anything without any presuppositions.
Exactly.
Damn. My anti-realism is getting to me. Oh no.
We
got
two S tier debaters right here. What do you mean?
All of our claims are based off of presuppositions, bro. Grip and trial in the moment, bro.
Damn. That's scary. Makes you really think about society, huh?
Yeah. White people don't exist. Nobody exists.
Wait, why does it taste kind of good?
True.
It's sour.
Wait, did Austin give you S tier, Josh?
Yeah, of course.
Austin, I'm pretty sure, gave me like D tier.
Hell
right?
yeah.
I think Austin probably views me as like the second best debater.
D? The fuck? Did you say Austin's the second best debater on TikTok?
No, I said Austin probably views me as the second best besides Liam.
Damn.
Yeah, you got like A+, so I'm superior to you critically, man. Sorry about that.
Wait, they gave me an S. What are you talking about? Austin gave me an S.
No hate, but Josh's B tier. You're gonna have to debate me on that, man. You're gonna have to.
Wait, Josh.
Suppositions.
Josh. If you had to rank me, what would I be?
I don't know, C or something.
It's okay, love. In my heart, you're an S.
Thank you.
That doesn't help much either. I feel like you gotta be at least B. It fits your name.
Yeah, for real. Well, my
B
name
for
starts with
Bumbleglock.
A. My name starts with A. Asia.
Okay.
All of a sudden,
there you
I
go.
have an S.
B or A. There you go. A for Asia.
I haven't seen you debate much.
Who?
Is that Hazel? Yeah, it is.
I literally haven't seen. I haven't seen a tier list that hasn't put me at S tier yet.
Josh just dropped a D tier.
Coming in with a big head. Well, you know what, Josh? I'll make one with an F tier just for you. All right.
That's so real.
You know, gotta stay balanced, right? Gotta keep that humility.
That's so real.
For once.
You know, I've never actually seen Jay debate.
This motherfucker just said the race card trumps white privilege.
Jay, if you give me your tier, give me my tier and I'll give you yours.
This guy said, if whites are so privileged, how come we don't get scholarships because of our skin color?
S tier.
Damn.
See, it's fast.
Maybe look like anywhere else in society.
Spitting right now.
Damn. Jay's got your back. Are you gonna compliment him back, Josh? Or are you gonna leave him hanging?
Jay is A tier, of course.
Jay is A tier? Hell yeah.
We love
Jay
Jay, man.
was- I've never seen Jay debate. I've seen him roast the fuck out of people though.
Actually, yeah, I don't see you ever like engage in a formal debate, Jay. You got to do that sometime.
He doesn't have my back. Why are you being mean to Banner?
What? Wait, what the fuck? What? What do you mean I don't have your back?
You're
You're my literal daughter.
Listen, I've made Greg run away. Okay, twice.
That was amazing, Josh, Hazel. Y'all have seen that clip, right?
Of what?
Of
Josh was
Greg
there.
booking it after getting roasted.
No.
Oh, Josh was there. Oh shit.
Yeah, Josh.
Look on Asia's page.
Wait, what are you talking about?
When Greg was like, how like we were talking about what was it, purity culture?
Yeah, what happened?
You were there. I said
don't
sex
think
is
that's
great.
right.
I said sex is great. You should try it sometime, and then he ran away.
Oh, I remember that. Where's the roast? Wait, I'm not understanding.
Wait, no. What do you mean you're not understanding? He was literally like railing on sex, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like sex is great. I don't know if you've had it before, but if you haven't, you should try it sometime." And then he was silent for like 10 seconds and left.
I don't understand how that's a roast. I'm sorry.
It means he's a fucking virgin.
Because he was railing against sex so much and being like being all controlling about like sex and what people should do with their bodies,
Wait,
and being hyper judgmental.
You're like,
So to have that state of mind.
and I was like, oh, roller coasters are great. You should try it sometime. Would that be a roast? Like, I'm not understanding.
I'm sorry that you're an incel. I'm kidding. No, I basically called him an incel.
What are you missing?
Wait, I just asked you a question.
Who, me?
But like a
Kick Hazel, I could never.
Josh, are you there?
Okay,
You're not
fine.
Hello.
I will deliberately leave.
Hello.
You know.
Are you? Yeah, you're not speaking.
I was speaking.
Hazel,
Did you not hear the question I asked?
Who are you asking the
What?
question to?
I
was
love you.
asking you.
I love you too. Anyways, thank you for letting me
Did you
on.
hear my
Oh, asking me or Asia?
Either, I guess. Did you hear
Like
my-
about the roller coaster?
Yes.
Wait, what was
Oh yeah, no. The whole point is like if you're gonna be like hype.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
This is so real.
What up, Jay?
Was it like to see a wiggle wiggle?
What's up, guys?
If you want to jiggle jiggle, you know, they have to see it. It's compact.
Yeah, there you
Luckily,
go.
the seats go back. So relax.
You guys heard it from Josh himself. I'm A tier. Fuck all y'all. Fuck all my haters.
Wait, Jay, do you know what I'm saying though? Like, I don't get the roast. Where's the roast at? Confused.
Wait, what?
Josh
Wait,
is just
what?
being mean
How
on
are,
purpose.
how are you not getting the roast?
I don't understand. Wait, respond to my question.
I feel like people are LARPing. Are people? I don't know if people are LARPing anymore.
Josh. It's a passive aggressive comment on basically implying that Greg is an incel.
Okay.
Greg isn't in.
You get
Oh,
it?
probably.
Like
Bro,
involuntarily.
I like how like
celibate,
Greg like first.
meaning like
Greg's first question to me was like how old I was.
The fuck?
So weird. It's like how old are you? I told him my age. And he just
No,
like
but
started. laughing.
Josh, there's nothing wrong with like being a virgin, but if you're like the whole joke is if you're going to be like hyper focused and caring about other people's like the way they're having fun with themselves and other people, or like judgmental about that shit, then like fucking relax, I guess, and maybe you shouldn't be talking so much shit about something.
let me make
Guys,
myself clear.
anytime,
There's nothing
first
wrong
time
with
somebody gives me a pool party, I'll do another face reveal right then.
Okay, but
Because
say
most
less.
people still haven't seen my face, you know? I've only revealed
Alright,
it once.
I love you guys.
Jay, I know you're rich, man.
My thing is, right, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin, right? We've all been virgins before. It's just that when you fuck around and say weird shit like what Greg said about how, like, you know, like, hoeing around and things like that, and how it's wrong and how, like, he demeans women, that's when I said that it basically implied that he's involuntarily celibate, meaning, like, he's a, like, he gets no play because no one wants to sleep with him. Do you know what I'm saying?
This shit is destroying me right now. 3-0. And I have PSG too. And
oh my God, Josh, focus.
I mean, I guess Liverpool did win the Champions League, so I don't know.
You know, I played soccer for about 6 years of my life.
You a football fan?
Who, like football, as in like football?
Wow, soccer? You sound like such an American.
Yeah, football.
Manchester United. I'm a Man U
for PSG.
I have not followed football enough.
I'm a Man U fan.
Press. Oh, us.